Today we're going to look at a couple of examples of how we can simplify some expressions by multiplying and dividing the algebraic terms. Okay, the key thing that we need to remember is this rule over here, when we're multiplying algebraic terms, what you need to know is the way to simplify them is you multiply the numbers. So they're kind of two steps. You look for the numbers in your question and you multiply the numbers, and then you multiply the variables, which are your algebraic pronumerals. Once you multiply the two of them separately, and then you simplify them by writing the variables in alphabetical order after the numbers. So your variables are written in alphabetical order, but before that you write whatever you have evaluated after multiplying the numbers. So let's now have a look at the first example. 6a times 3. So as I've said before, look for the numbers. So there's 6 and there's 3. Let's multiply 6 and 3 together. So 6 times 3. There's only one pronumeral, which is a. So we multiply the a after that. 6 times 3 gives us 18. And we get 18a. For b, let's look at the second example. If you have a look, there's more than one pronumeral in that one. 5a, take away negative 2c times b times 3. Okay, I use highlighters a lot to differentiate between my numbers and my pronumerals because it helps us to break down or chunk our question. So let's have a look. We've got 5, we have negative 2, and we have 3. So let's rewrite them in order. 5 times negative 2 times 3. Let's have a look at our pronumerals, which are A and C and B. Remember, we need to write them in alphabetical order. Okay, we can do that at the end, or we can do that even now. So that is keep multiplying times A times B times C. Let's evaluate. 5 times negative 2 is negative 10 times 3 gives us negative 30. A times B times C, simply A, B, C. Okay, the other time or another place where you need to simplify is when we are dividing our terms. All right, the rule for this is in this little box. Okay, so the first thing we need to do, always write your division as a fraction first. And then we need to simplify by finding your highest common factor. Now, if you remember, your highest common factor is the number that can be divided by both the numbers, but the highest number. Okay? And then remember also, something important to remember is that the common factors can be numbers and or variables. So it's not only numbers, it can be variables as well. So let's have a look at the first example. We simplify first one, negative 15EF divided by 10F. Let's follow these steps. It says to write the division as a fraction. It already is as a fraction, so we don't need to further write it as a fraction. Okay, so let's separate our numbers, negative 15 and 10, and let's separate our variables, EF and F. Makes it easy to simplify. If you have a look at negative 15 and 10, our highest common factor is 5. So therefore both the numbers can be divided by 5. And that gives me negative 3 over 2. Then let's have a look at our variables. If you see, EF is in the numerator and in the denominator we have F. So the common variable is F. That gets cancelled off and we are left with E only. So we end up with negative 3e divided by 2. For the second one, example B, we have 14ab divided by 7bc. Now for this one, it is not written as a fraction. So let's do the first step. Let's rewrite them as a fraction. 14ab over 7bc. As we've done before, what we can do is rewrite our numbers separately and then our variables separately, which gives us, let's simplify now, 14 and 7 has the highest common factor of 7. So let's divide both by 7, and that gives me 2. Looking at our variables, a, b, and b, c, what's common between both of them is b and b. So we are left with 2 in the numerator and a in the numerator, all of that divided by c in the denominator.